Can you imagine the crushing weight of déjà vu, not just once, but twice, when your career hangs in the balance? What about the sheer, gut-wrenching frustration of watching a promising future slip through your fingers, not because of lack of talent or effort, but because of an unforgiving twist of fate? Today, we delve into a story that embodies all of these emotions, a narrative of resilience, setback, and a dawning path back to the ice for a player who means so much to his team. Kirby Dach, that name for Montreal Canadiens fans, has become synonymous with immense potential, a cornerstone the franchise envisioned building around. He was, and still is, seen as a dynamic second-line center they desperately needed, a force capable of changing the game with his size, skill, and hockey IQ. But for the past 2 years, his story has been less about highlight reel goals and game-winning plays, and more about heartbreaking medical reports and the agonizing wait for recovery. The 2023-24 season began with a cruel, immediate blow. Just 2 games in, Dach suffered a devastating injury to his right knee, tearing both his anterior and medial cruciate ligaments. A season lost, a team reeling from the absence of a vital piece. It was a setback that tested his resolve, but he promised to return stronger. Then, in February, the whispers started again. Another injury to the same knee. The team remained guarded, the fans worried, and the exact nature of this second cruel twist of fate remained shrouded in uncertainty. Until now, in a candid, exclusive interview with Sportsnet's Eric Engels, Kirby Dach himself pulled back the curtain on his nightmare. The news hit like a brutal body check, confirming the worst fears. He had, once again, tore his anterior cruciate ligament. "I knew immediately what happened," he confessed, a testament to the brutal familiarity of the pain, the sickening recognition of a nightmare revisited. The weight of that realization, the immediate understanding that another arduous journey lay ahead, must have been immense. So, a second surgery, a second grueling, mentally taxing rehabilitation. But this time, Dach says, things are different. He's approached his recovery with an intensity and focus rarely seen, a singular determination forged in the fires of past adversity. "I took my rehabilitation much more seriously this time," he revealed, indicating a profound shift in his approach. This isn't just about physical therapy. It's a complete overhaul of his dedication to his craft. He's changed many of his lifestyle habits, prioritizing recovery over summer revelry, dedicating himself entirely to being ready for the season opener. And perhaps most critically, he's tackled the mental battle head-on, rebuilding trust in a knee that has betrayed you twice in 2 years. That's a psychological mountain few athletes ever truly conquer. It's a testament to his unwavering resolve, but it also raises profound and unsettling questions that demand our attention. Here's where the rubber meets the road. Folks, if Kirby Dach is indeed in the lineup for Game 1 of the upcoming season, he will be returned to action less than 8 months after his second ACL tear. Less than 8 months. While medical science has made incredible strides, and athletes continually push the boundaries of what's possible, that is an incredibly tight window for such a severe and complex injury, especially for a player whose knee is already, by definition, fragile and compromised. We have to ask, is this truly in his best long-term interest? Is the understandable urgency to fill that gaping hole at second-line center overshadowing the long-term health and well-being of a young man with his entire career ahead of him? Let's not forget a critical detail. The first time Dach went under the knife with this exact injury, his surgeon explicitly advised against a return to play for 8 months. 8 months! Are we to believe that the medical landscape has shifted so dramatically in such a short period, or that this particular second injury is somehow less severe, allowing for a quicker, riskier return? The questions linger, heavy and unsettling, demanding careful consideration. For a player who relies on explosive power, quick changes of direction, and battling in the tough areas of the ice, this isn't just a physical hurdle. It's a monumental challenge that could define the trajectory of his career. From a purely physiological standpoint, successive ACL tears, especially in the same knee, significantly increase the risk of future injuries. The biomechanics of the joint are compromised, and the surrounding structures are under increased stress. We've seen careers derailed by less severe setbacks. The mental fortitude required to play without hesitation, to trust that knee in a high-speed collision, is immense. Any lingering doubt, any subconscious protection, could diminish his effectiveness and, worse, put him at further risk. This isn't just about getting back on the ice. It's about getting back to being Kirby Dach, the dominant, game-changing force he was meant to be. The Canadiens, of course, are desperate for his talent and leadership. But at what cost? Are they, and more importantly, is Dach himself making this decision for the right reasons, or is the immense pressure performed to justify a significant contract and fill a team need, pushing the envelope too far, too fast? Amidst this swirling uncertainty and the gravity of the situation, there's a beacon of hope, a testament to Dach's relentless spirit. Teammate Caden Gold, who has witnessed Dach's arduous journey firsthand, is reportedly impressed with everything Kirby Dach has done this summer. This isn't just casual praise. It speaks volumes about the dedication, the sacrifice, and the sheer grit Dach has poured into his recovery. It tells us he's not just going through the motions. He's fighting with every fiber of his being to reclaim his place, to prove that he can overcome this monumental challenge. So, as the new season looms large on the horizon, the saga of Kirby Dach continues. It's a story of immense talent, heartbreaking setbacks, and an unwavering will to overcome. The question isn't if he'll play again, but when, and more importantly, how effectively and how safely. Will his accelerated return prove to be a triumph of modern medicine, an unparalleled personal dedication, or a cautionary tale of pushing too hard, too fast? The hockey world watches with bated breath, hoping for the best, but acutely aware of the inherent risks. His journey back to the ice will undoubtedly be one of the most compelling storylines of the year, a true test of mental and physical resilience that will captivate fans and analysts alike. What do you think, hockey fans? Is Kirby Dach rushing his return, or is his dedication enough to defy the odds and come back stronger than ever? Share your thoughts, your hopes, and your concerns in the comments below. We want to hear your perspective on this incredibly challenging situation. And if you appreciate this deep dive into one of hockey's most poignant stories, hit that like button and subscribe for more exclusive news and insightful analysis.